USOIL, USD, Euro, Pound, whatever you want me to cover. I'm here to help you become a better Forex trader. So let's open up the microphone. We are all here. We are all good. We are all awesome. So I just want to confirm that we all have sound. We have sound. So awesome, might. Then we are, whoops, not doing that today. Good. As we have the week ahead, I may, if you want in the end, oh, there's something in my face. Let me move my face then. Should we see, move you to here, because, oh no, okay, take you away then. That's interesting enough. Good. Okay, now where do we start? Where do we go? Where do you want us to move to? I think we might want to start with Aussie. And anyone who is against Aussie, being Aussie, oink oink. If not, we shall just start. Hi, Thomas, welcome. So, Forex trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. That means that whatever money you have invested today, you might lose tomorrow. So, yeah, I guess that. This video is only for education purposes, and does not contain any investment advice. Okay, good. Then we have that. Hi Frederick, hi Ben, yeah, Guitari, hi Thomas, hi Connor, hi Kira. I am very much happy to see you here. So we have a strong dollar because we have high, higher low, high, higher low. But what really is my, well, still is my point here, that price of 64 was awesome. Awesome that we hit that. No problem about that. Then we made a new low. Ooh, awesome. Made a pullback. Ooh, awesome. And we have an entry in here. But then the not so awesome part is we don't have a new low. We don't have a follow through down to 61.5. So we are back at entry again, or above entry depending on where you entered. That makes it very bullish. Not only just bullish for now, but for the entire, I don't know. That really sets up a really big move. If it breaks above 64.5, that really kicks out this level, which is the sell price, which is the sell area. So I looked at the COT report. What is a COT report, you might ask? The COT report is large institutions, no retail traders, no hedgers. And what is a large institution, you might ask? Hedge funds. They sold here. They sold here. But I guess they took the stop loss. And here they took the stop loss. And in this area, they have added sells. So for this to be strong, is this just short term until it will like knock down like that? I don't know. But if we're back about 64.5, really, really interesting. You want to see Euro-Usd. Mr. Connor want to see Euro-Usd. Okay, I will do Euro-Usd. I just want to finish Aussie Dollar, okay? So any break below 62.5, so 62.75, makes it now bearish again. If now, as I can see, we're breaking higher above 64.5, we're now bullish again. So What are you? Bull or seller on USD? Really choose your team. Even though if we have this move, we can still have this move before we continue higher. So even though this is going higher and you sold where you should have sold, then you shouldn't be in much trouble with your account, as long as you have stop losses and risking less than 1% per trade. So that's that. You should have your stop loss at 75 pips or 100 pips, as long as that's below 1%. Also, target is up until 64.5, 64. You can at least target then 66. Yeah, let's do 66. 66. And then for sellers, we're down to 61.5. Okay, good. Then, as everyone requested for, Euro-Usd. Okay, I have a very long monologue about this one, but high royalty, high Dunlove, high Stravan. I want to see Euro-Usd. Schofield is in the house. Okay, for the record for everybody else, Mr. Philip Schofield is a very popular TV presenter on this morning on ITV in Britain. So he's called himself Mr. Sko, so I thought that was his name and having a bit of fun of that. But yeah, he's South African, so can't be. Wrong skin color. Sammy, also USD not making double tops. Yes, but once it has already done that, in my sense, in my eyes. Okay, that could be a double top, and it could just fall down. Yes, most likely, but then I'm not going to sell it until it has breached below 62.5. Okay, so now I'm saying this is too bullish for me. I want it to be down here by now, but if it breaks below 62.5, we are game on again. That's kind of the precautions I want to take. For Euro-USD, I have spent quite a lot. Last year, it made a very straight bullish move up to take profit before it fell even lower in May. Okay, so 1st of May is this year at a Friday. So that means this monthly pivots will close on Thursday evening, making Friday, Thursday entry for the month, depending. And last year it was straight up like a rocket before it just fell like a stone after that. So that's, can I say that's theory number 1? That's going to happen. And when does that happen? If it breaks above this resistance of 108.30. Okay. Then selling next. So if you're a buyer, you really want to look for any kind of pullback, new high, then pullback, then up to 109.38, 109.30, 109.40. Sorry, say it again. So around this area here. And that's also, yeah, so that would be that one maybe, actually. Yeah. Let's give it 909.40, just to be sure. So that's what you would like to see. You kind of have one-off chance. Also, we have Euro-USD becoming way more bullish. So we have Euro-USD coming all the way down from God knows what at the moment. Euro-USD has been falling ever since 123. Okay, we've been falling ever since 123. To me, those sellers has taken profit now in this area, and we have gone from, we have, what is it, negative English math, 104 to plus 7, plus 87. So we have like over 200,000 contracts in difference from this area to now. So Euro-USD has become way more bullish because of lack of sellers. The only question is the sellers now engaging again, or they just left the market until it's much higher, like really high, before selling again? So that's what really is on my mind, and that's me planning ahead, telling you that what is happening right now might not last forever as going down, but for now, right now, for me, we're still bearish until we close above 108.30. So I'm going to look for a sell setup this week as well, down to 106.80. That's what I've said as my target for at least the past 2 weeks, minimally, and I'm still going to hold to that. Once we hit 106.80, everything, all the cards are then available on the table, meaning it can go up, it can go down, it can go sideways. Okay, that's my target. Oscar, market is about to turn around. That's what I feel like, and that's what I have to prepare for, and that's why I don't take a lot of risk. I don't have a risk on these trades here. Meaning for me, I am not going to risk the bank for a down move, because I find that I need to have cash on Friday as well to sell it again for next month. Also, if buyers now break above here, that would also be seen as a bullish move to me. So I don't really want this price to go up, but for that matter. And then once we break above 1010, we are off to the races, to the moon and above. I don't know where else is Mars. Is that where we're going after that? Yeah. Then the long term can be 123 again. Very long term. It might not happen ever in this year, but at least, yeah. When do you pull back? What time frame do you zoom into? 1 hour. That's kind of what I do. So people, Euro-USD, what are we doing here? For a buyer, 109.40 is your target. Any pullback, I don't know if it's going to open a bit below, that could be your entry. Or if you look for a new high, then that could be your entry. Then we have, so let's take it away. Yeah, okay, so either a pullback or a new high, then the pullback. As a seller, you're like, no, we're just doing this, okay? So you only have plan A this week for Monday, Tuesday, and then plan B is up here, okay? Then I need to do that again, I guess, because that wasn't too nice to look at. Nah, that was too much. Okay, so sellers, this is your move. I'm making you red. Buyers, this is your move. Green. Okay. We all understand that move. We all want to see. We all understand what we need to look for. So, bears, not a new high. Buyers, you want a new high and then up. Good. What else, people? Any other pairs? I've only seen Euro-USD, so everyone wanted Euro-USD. Okay, that's very interesting to me. And yeah, I don't need to repeat myself any times anymore. I think I have said what I want to say. Break above, buy. Break below, sell. Pound dollar. Anyone into pound dollar? Or US oil has been requested for. Okay. This is what is provided for me ever since. Okay. What do we want to happen? What is our bias? What is happening fundamentally? What can we understand from the oil market? Once the oil market goes suddenly down, we always have a pullback. Okay? You can always ask for a double bottom before you have a new high and then pull back. right? In some shape or form. I don't know what has happened down at 37 negative $37, but yeah. Then we can say that we can do Brent instead, maybe UK oil. Maybe that's a better deal. But I still see this as resistance until we break above it. So I will do pound Swissie soon. I have this as resistance, given this chart I'm giving you. This is the chart we have right now. This is resistance, and look to turn low. If it breaks above, then it's bullish, and then it's bullish until at least up to 26 or 27. Have in mind, nothing has changed fundamentally. What has happened in April, we're in April, can happen in May. So for the May contracts, can it happen for June contracts? Because nothing has happened. There has been no production cut. There hasn't been any fluctuation in demand. Or across the board, we haven't really opened up much since. So demand is still the same, more or less. Production is still more or less, at least to me and the public eye, and because I don't know what they do for themselves without telling anyone, but what I hear, what I see, what I understand, it's still the same. So we still have the possibility of it still going down to minus 37 or even lower in May. So if this week is just mongering around and going up to 27 before falling again, okay, yeah, we can be bullish this week then if it goes above. But other than that, it's not long term. This is not the time to buy, unless you have very deep pockets. And I read somewhere traders who traded US oil long lost $600 million. Sorry, people. Pound Swissie, we can go pound Swissie then, yeah. Pound is bearish. Did we do pound USD actually? We didn't, okay. So we have been requested for pound. So pound dollar is, I would say this is consolidation before we can fall down. And 119 is my target. Maybe a small step for this week is 122. But I still believe that 119 is plausible. It's still the reversal and still the it looks very tempting at least. And for the record, this is not bullish. It's more sideways, but still tilted to the downside, at least for now. We can still get the same move as we did last year, straight up like a moon, before reversing, before falling down to 119. So we're not off to the races on pound dollar this week, but yeah. So I just have to have that in my mind. It seems to be like, okay, so we took profit last week. That's why I'm like, has buyers taken profit? No, sellers taken profit. But last week, buyers didn't really get in, so sellers seem to still be in control. Or nobody been in control, but it didn't go higher. That's what I mean. So pound Swissie has been asked, and Aussie dollar, Aussie New Zealand after that. Okay. So what do we see on a lower time frame? We want to see this is resistance turning support. No, support turning resistance. I always say that wrong apparently nowadays. I don't know why. Is there something wrong with me? Am I a bad trader? Maybe not. For pound Swissie, we have a new low. We have a new high. We have a new low. We have a new high. We have a double top. We have a barely double new low, pullback, double top. So what I'm trying to tell you is I'm seeing something like that on the 1 hour. Okay, that's just a candle, and then we have done that, and that's where we're right now. Okay, so this pullback is really your entry. But I've forgotten to do the research for this one for last year. What happened last year? Let's see. 27th May. Okay, so we just skyrocketed 30th. Okay, so nothing particular. Okay, so but that's what it sets up technically. So technically, that's your entry at 120.46. Should be. Yeah. And then we had lower. And then your stop loss is above 120.80. Yeah, I think that's that. Oh, so much has happened since I last saw it. Okay, so yes, it is a reversal pattern. Yes, it's bearish. And yes, have your stop loss up here at 120.80. And we're off to the races. Euro-Aussie, please. Tom Watkins. Okay. Looks like the best sort of pound pair. Well, pound dollar was the entry up here. And then the second entry was here. I forgot that one. So that's what I see. Pound yen's kind of the same thing. I'm just doing the pound. New low. Pull back, sell. Not a new low. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. New low, pull back, sell. Okay? Every time. When there's new low, you check the pullback to support, turning resistance. You're off to the races. So down here. For buyers, I don't know, maybe this could be used as support, but I would say that's a lower low than that. So this is definitely bearish. So for pounds, looks bearish. Yeah. Target is 131 for sellers, and if it goes into the buy area and buys up like a rocket, 135. Just having that clearly marked out. Okay. So I have done pound yen for you, Freddie. Then we should continue. Aussie New Zealand was requested. This is last week, so not entirely okay. It's higher high, higher low, fine. Higher high, higher low, buy. Higher high, higher low, buy. What's your target? I don't know. Your target is up to 106.60. But how much is that? Is that too little maybe? Either that or 107.50. Okay. 107.50 any tickers or yeah, okay, actually 106, so 107 or 107.50, just very quickly. Okay, reading comments. Aussie, Euro-Aussie. Yeah, I agree on that. Pound Swiss is the best. Not trading Euro-Yen, we can look at Euro-Yen. G ideally up to 124.50 for perfect head and shoulders, plausible. Japan this week, banks will be closed for 3 days starting from tomorrow, so there will be low volatility maybe on yen then. Interesting. We also have interest rate meeting from Japan tomorrow, Monday. That's it. Yeah, so to actually in 4 hours, 8 hours from now, we have a monetary policy interest rate meeting in Japan. Important for yen traders. Frederick. Then yen pairs, bear in mind that this year is much different fundamentals. Yeah, I know. So for me, Sabeb, on Euro-Usd, for example, that is an example, we have lost a lot of sellers. We're still bearish. Euro is doing terribly. So And I know there will be a rocket on Euro-Usd and there will be not much of a pullback whenever it just goes. And I don't know when. I have a theory that might happen first of something. And then I want to say that it won't happen until we have kind of loosened up on the tension. So yeah, I know that it's happening. I have it clearly in my mind. It worries me to the extent that I have to plan for it. I have to tell you that this is a possibility. It could be this week. It could be next week. So that you don't put so much risk into selling like your whole account, but then it rockets up like a rocket. But we also have planned for it. We want to see both sides for Euro, USD, or any other pairs, so that we don't trade blindly. Okay, we need to do every single time the same thing, the same setup, but we can't just close our ears and don't do anything. We have to take in the important information that is out there. Vivek, hello. Boss lady, hi. What do you think about pound Aussie bearish? Aussie Yen and New Zealand Yen. Thanks, Evan. Best of luck. We'll go for 106.80 for USD. Yeah, that's what I think. So, Euro Aussie. What have I done here before? I think I've said something of this is still falling. So I would say any pullback to 70 and a half. Yes, 70. 107.50. And then lower. So what's the next support? The next support is down to drum. Down to 66. Okay, that's okay. So now we haven't broken that support yet, but yeah, so back to 166. Can do that. So 166. So the market, how I see it, is always ahead, and it's almost like 3 months sometimes. Now it has shortened up. It depends like what the news was, at least earlier. Now we're just a bit more numb to the news. But for interest rates are normally priced in months ahead. So you really need to be considerate. So pull back to 170 and a half, and then down to 166. If it then breaks above, it's not bullish until it's broken above 173 and a half. That was so terrible. 173 and a half. Then it's bullish again. But Aussie is strong, Euro is weak. So Euro Aussie is a good trade, I would say. Yeah. I don't trade much, but fundamental right now the movements of it. Yeah. Okay, good. Then yeah. Where are we going? We're going to yen pairs has been asked for. I will try that. Freddy, my garden angel. So you still have not broken above this one. Okay, we have a couple of retests. We have a new low, kind of trying to catch this target, this take profit last week. So that was interesting. I closed off this one in a loss because I had a poor entry. I had entry back to this one here once it made this new low here, and then it was all around new low, profit, back to loss, and then I just saw this one going higher. Then I would say consolidating, yes, and once it's broken above 169, we are free and running. I also see that it could potentially just go down again, back to 67 and a half. But I think that Aussie is still so strong. Yen is not as strong as it should be. And once we have this sentiment of everything is okay again, this one will shoot up like a rocket, and this is the first one to go. And it looks like this is the first one to go also, and pound yen is like the last one to go. So yeah, I technically I'm bullish on it. I'm bearish fundamentally on it. So at least for now. Maybe things will change 1st of May. We can even go, what do you call it? A bit like pop up, take profit, and then fall in May for that matter. A bit more challenging, to be honest, because this is really the area it should turn around at around 69. But yeah. Euro Yen. Okay. The target is 69.5 or above that, or up to 60, 70 actually. So up to 70 if we are just continuing up, or 70. So yeah, how much is that for you? That's 126 pips. Okay, good. Awesome. Then stop loss, 50 pips, 75 actually. That's just a half, but yeah, okay. So if you do 50 then you're just below that low there. That's okay for me. Yeah, okay. If just do 50 then for price open, price close. Euro Yen has been asked for. We are low on Euro Yen, but not that low. Okay. So this is really the faith of Euro Yen. We have, yeah, I would say, a pretty strong down move. We have now at support, resistance turning into support. We have been here before. We have testing here again, but we have been testing it for so long now that I'm like, are we going to break it? That's kind of what gets into my mind at the moment. And 2008, we didn't go into that area, but we ended up in that area in 2012. Okay, so fundamentally, I say still lower. Technically, it could be the end of this down move because we took profit. And if price technically just do this, then you're off to the races. This is a double bottom, this is a higher high, this is a higher low, this is a new high in this wall here. But if you want it a bit, you need a bit bigger, then you need a close above here, then the pullback, and then you're off to the races. But it hasn't been a lot of bullish setups trying to go higher. It's just been range bound downwards. So technically, so far now it's not showing it, but that's what you want to see as a buyer. But in terms of a potential explosion from bulls, could you argue AXY is at a decision point? Hi, Shroom. What's up, bro? People asking me about EXY, Euro Index. Okay. I don't know, explosion is the word for you. I can agree that this could be a turning point, as I have said for Euro-USD, as I have said for Euro Yen. It could be a turning point. But what I experienced last year, and I need to have that conversation with you, is that once pound yen was falling in May, it would always look like a reversal pattern. It was a double bottom, higher high, higher low, but made a new low and continued lower. Every time it looks to be going up, but it hadn't made a new high on the 4 hour, only on 1 hour, but it was always just back to resistance. This is just back to resistance. This isn't a bullish move yet. Can it be? Yes. Do you have to plan for it? Yes. Can it not happen? Yes. It's up to the market to decide what it would give us. That's where it comes down to. So yes, it can go higher. Can it explode? I wouldn't use that word, but once you release, maybe. Is Euro-USD way more bullish than ever for a very long time? Yes, we are. So, but that's one side. But what market are we in right now? What do we happen around now? Is there inflation in euro? Is euro doing well? Is America doing well? As far as I understand, last time I checked, both countries was in a shutdown, and the economic impact of the coronavirus is still yet to display. Maybe it's priced in, but it's still yet to display the full magnitude. Though we still have losing jobs in America, not as much as the previous weeks, but we still have people losing jobs, and the longer it goes, the more bankruptcies you would have. We have been in lockdown since 12th of March. It's not indefinite that people can keep their businesses closed. Bills has to be paid without any form of any income at all. You still have rent, you still have insurance, you still have electricity, you still have taxes, you still have property taxes and maintenance and whatever. That doesn't go away if you own a restaurant. Yeah, if you hit a lot of stop losses, yes, it can go high fast, yes. But you always need a pullback in some form to engage the buyers. But also for euro compared to pound, we haven't seen the big rise before falling. So for me, was this the pullback down to here? That's quite low, to be honest. 106, 107, 300. That's quite low, and it didn't stop at 108.20, which has been resistance before, but then it went up to 108.88. Okay, then back down, and this reversal pattern here does not match this one. Could potentially look like this one, which is just a V shape. That would be an A shape form of reversal. But yeah, going over to something else. Euro Yen I have done, and I can just say it very quickly. I haven't said that apparently. Euro Yen, just do it quickly. Target for this week is 17.5, 117.5. Sellers, we have 115. Right now, that's the resistance. That's for the sell. That's the entry for sellers. So that's your entry. There you go. If you're a buyer, you want a new high up above 1680, down again, then you're off to the races. 17 for now, and then you can hopefully wait for it up to 1870 as previous resistance. Make sure that where you are 1st of May, we will do Thursday, we will do monthly forecast for the pairs we want to cover for next month. Then we will see where we are on Thursday. Very important that you're there on Thursday. Importante. Okay? So, which other pairs do you want me to cover, people? Which other pairs do you want me to cover? I feel like I've said what I want to do. Stop loss 100 pips or more. If you have today, in this very moment, in my humble opinion, have been given any value at all, could you click the like button? If you have given any value. If you haven't, I need to do something about that, because we now have seven of you have liked, and we're just 27 people at the moment. And That's way below half. So have I just bubbled? I'm sorry. Let's go to something fun then. Gold. Gold is upwards moving. We are bullish, 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 bullish. If dollar now becomes weak and USD rises, gold is likely to rise. So 770 has been the target for the month, and unbelievably not, I didn't think it was possible, but here we are, just knocking on the door for 1770. That's the end. Okay, that's the end. And now we have the weekly target as well there. Oh yeah, that's an awesome place to take profit. Can that then spike a fall in gold for May? Yes, it can, and it can also just continue on forever. But that, if you are a seller, you are looking for a reversal pattern up there, just as much as this could be one, but you really need a new low and really at risk, then the pullback before you can take it down to 1650. But I still see this is more of a potential than anything else. Pound Aussie Yusuf, 13 likes. Ooh, I only see 12 though. I don't know where you got that from though. Maybe I should like my own video. How do you do that, guys? How do you do? Direct the chat. I only see, actually, I only see. Why is that happening all the time? I don't see the whole chat for some crazy reason. What's that all about? Okay, so where do you like my own video? On my phone. Okay, there you go. I can only see one like on my own phone. Okay, never mind. Then we continue. Gold 770, and any break above, catch the pullback, and you're very at the end, so don't risk a lot, if ever any. Risk anything a lot ever. I would never risk a lot anyways, so I guess that's that. So we have Pound Aussie, 15 likes. Awesome, thank you guys. Okay, that's gold. Clear and straight. Take screenshot if you feel like that was a good idea. That was good. Then we move on. USD CAD is, as I would say, sideways. I wanted this to go higher, higher, higher. But it seems like up, down, 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 down. Is that what we're doing? Maybe. So for me, I would wait for this to break out below 140 or above 142.5. Then we can start making decisions. What would great for sellers was to come up at 142.5, 143 before selling it in May. Okay, now we have to look at May, and now we have to think ahead. What do you think is the best place to sell? If you're a buyer, where do you think is the best place to buy? Well, maybe at 139 was your price, and then you can take it up like that. So it really depends, where does this month end? Is it bullish, bearish, just in the middle of nowhere? Okay? If it's in the buy area or sell area, if it's a buy price or sell price, has a big difference and impact to where it will go. Okay? So for example, just do an example here. Here we open up at the buy price for the week, went up, take profit for the month. Here we opened up at the sell price, went down all the way down to the target for sellers. So sellers got profit, buyers got profit in the same market. Here we didn't open up at sell price, but in the end it went down there. Okay, Buyers seems to have taken this move up, so both are important. Buy area went all the way up to pass resistance. Buyers got profits. And then we have here in March, buyers started the month, and then we went way up and above, but that was the coronavirus engagement, but still, yeah. Can this be consolidation because of this great move? Yes. And that's why I don't want to trade it until it shows me what it got, when it trends, in whatever trend it is. Do you wait for candle close on 1 hour to confirm lower highs? Yes, I do. I wait for a candle close on 1 hour time frame for it to be a breakout, or not. If it's just a candle that is still ongoing, I'm not going to do anything about it. Hi, Manal. Awesome. Pound Aussie was requested. I can go to Pound Aussie. Should we do pounds now? Just do all the pounds. So Pound Aussie took profit last week. I gave that to you on last Sunday. Boom. Congratulations for you. I would say that we are still heading lower because pound is weak, and we can take it down to 91.5. Okay, that's this week, 91.5. What do you want to see? Maybe you already got it. That's the pullback. Sell down to 91.5. If you get a new low, wait for the pullback. Sell down to 91.5. If this breaks above 95.5, then it's bullish again. But for now, it's bearish. Congratulations. Though on the other side, welcome to is support. So you are really heading into some support. Could this hold? Maybe, maybe not. That's really up to the market. But I've just given you the bear setups, and if it just holds, that's where it has. Yeah, I do wait for the candle to close on the low or the high. Yeah, I do that. Good. Pound Aussie, fair straightforward. Stop loss above here, above 96. Maybe that's too much, but do 100 pips or so, and wait for the retest maybe at 194.70. Pound CAD at resistance, turning lower. We have bullish move, double top, new low, lower high, new low, lower high, new low, lower high, sell, downwards. If it breaks above 7,500, we are now turning bullish again, saying that that's what they used as support, but you want to use this as your resistance. So congratulations. Straightforward. Target for sellers was 72.30. Congratulations. Target for buyers, if it ever goes into a buy, which I would find very interesting this week, 76.78. Okay. Pound yen we have done. Have we? Hopefully. Interesting enough, that's when the Norwegian central bank said they will start buying NOK, and sure enough, it went down, never reached above that same high again, and went sideways. Just if you want to know. Pound New Zealand, target is 21088 or 20344, depending. It's still very range bound, so trade it like it's a range, not trending. I'm not very interested in this market, but hey, congratulations. So if you feel like you're a buyer, this is the area for you to buy in. Fine, technically. And if you're a seller, this is where you sell. Nothing else than that. If it breaks out, then you trade as a breakout. But until that time, it's still a range. I don't trade ranges, so I don't recommend trading ranges. That's how ranges is. Euro pound is if it breaks above 108.60, 88.60, then it's bullish. If it breaks below 86.85, it's bearish. It's range bound. Nothing to trade, nothing to see, nothing to do. Congratulations. I cannot find any reasons to buy or sell in this market because it's not trending. I'm a trend trader. I don't care if it ranges. It doesn't give me profits, and I've lost too much to ranges. So ranges is not my theory, and I can't tell you to trade ranges because I haven't got profits in it. So I cannot vouch for it. It's like saying, try these strawberries. I've never seen them before. I've never eaten strawberries before, but try these strawberries. I can't do that. That's my ethical internal compass. It says nope. I cannot recommend anything to you that I haven't found success in myself. Is it a double bottom or new high on New Zealand yen? New Zealand yen. Thank you for the pound Aussie for confirmation. I had a pullback up, then down to 91.60. Awesome. Is there a double top on New Zealand yen? Maybe if we're to go high, fall 1st of May. Yeah. This, if I just go very far behind here, it's range bound, Frederick. So I actually haven't seen it before now. I don't know where my eyes has been. So I would say stay away. Hope for this on the 1st of May before selling again. So 66 is surely something, or you wait for a new low break below 64, then the pullback, okay, then lower. So for this week we have target to 63.15 and up to 66. I would say that it's kind of dangerous now, but if you have sells, fine. But it's just likely to do this as it is to fall again. So for me, it's depressing performance. Maybe not what you want to hear, but yeah. If you want to sell, I don't see any clear sell setups. Unless it just goes back down up to, let me take it away. Take it away, 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 take it away. If you see that, as it did here, pull back to the breakout, well, back to here again then, and then selling. Yeah, I don't feel it in my stomach. Sorry. Bonsoir, I guess that's high. Euro-Usd. The bullet plate. Anyone who is French that can translate for me because I'm Norwegian and I only do German as my fourth language. Pound Swissy and Swissy yen. I don't do Swissy yen, but I don't use Swissy either. But if Euro-Usd is rising, USD Swissy is falling. So my conclusion to you, Frederick, is that it's not a market that I would trade aggressively in. It's not a market that I think that there's a lot of profits in. And it's a market that I would wait for to mature. Okay. CAD yen is also a same market. It's just range bound, going from range to range to range. So it's still also a very depressing market, even though targets is 77 and 77.30 and 75-ish. Aussie Yen rising, yeah, up to at least, what did I say? 70 and above. USD Swissy. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. So I said USD Swissy up, I think, last week. And that would mean Euro-USD falling. That would be interesting. That's nice. But we have a close here on Friday back to support. So it shouldn't really go lower than this close here. After that, it's now turned around. So, what was the question? What do you think about it? My theory is that it's going to go higher in the end. If that means a new low here, that is really, really not good for the trend at all. Is there a trend line here? Those who do trend line, I don't know if you do that, those trend lines, but me and my poor life says that's a trend line. And you think that we're touching back down before going higher? I would say that's a low, new low, and that would be more like that instead. So we are really at support, hoping for it to go higher up to 98.5. That's what I want to see. Potentially, yeah, that's what I want to see. Can it go lower? Yes, but it's not in my plan. And it's low if it breaks below, it's bearish if it breaks below 96.80. Aussie USD SIFE I have done in the beginning, and I think it's bullish. It could be at resistance, but it looks like it's one to break above. Don't trade it until it's broken above, then take the pullback, then higher. Yeah, wait for the confirmation that it actually breaks out. Don't just trade blindly, because right now it's very late. If you wanted to go up, just take away. So if you wanted to trade it, this is kind of your area, then that's your entry, but now it's just in the middle. So you need to break 64.5. You need to break 64.5. Euro-USD, please. I have done that a couple of times now. I hope that Euro-USD is going down this week. I also see the potential for it going straight up this week and then fall for May. Potentially. But if it then goes up to fall for May, that sets up the buyers. I really don't want that to happen. Are spikes valid lows and highs since they only last seconds? No, I don't trade spikes. It only shows that price has been there. Maybe it's been retested, but I don't say because we now have a huge week on Aussie dollar, we went that for a second and then that's like amazing and we will never go back down. No, we went back down, went way below. A wick is just a short-term volatility in the market. If everything is a lot of wicks, then that would be different. But for Aussie dollar, we have a large wick here, 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 here. Just shows the price was there. That's what it. I haven't found. Well, I use it to my advantage because I can get better entries, right? If I'm selling in this market, if I'm selling and that was the pullback, that's just seller entry. A very good seller entry, by the way. Awesome. Pound yen had the same thing last week. Here, that was price was there for a couple of seconds. I entered at 60. Price hasn't been on that price. I think it's 60.79 or something. It's just, or 60.69. Just barely there for seconds and then gone back. I got an entry on that one. A sell here. USD Swissy going down. Okay, that's your subweb. You like my work, Mukhtar? Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Okay. You use this research. I just want to give you the targets again, just to be sure that I will tell you everything that I know right now. Target for buyers is 98.5. That means you need, that's your entry here. If it breaks below 96.80, then we're heading down to 96.20. Mr. Corin says it's inverse Euro-USD right now. Inverse head and shoulders, is that what you mean? Yeah, okay. I don't. Then you would at least have price coming back down to 0 107.70 at least. But as I said, Mr. Connor, that if we break above 108.30, we're going bullish for this week at least. Double rejection on the 200 EMA on 7 level. Okay. Then that's not good for USD if USD Swiss is going down. Did you look at Euro-New Zealand? Euro-New Zealand. So if you want any pairs, people, if you want any pairs, please tell me and I will try to catch them. Euro-New Zealand is in a range. So this is your buy up back to 182.5. That's that. If it breaks below 179, you can catch the pullback and sell it again. That wait up, that was not right. That's for the sellers, and for buyers, that's your entry. Take it higher, back up to 82.5, 82.50. Question: what would the effect be of Kim Jong-un deaths on dollar? Interesting. That's actually something. Well, to fill you guys in, we have the leader of North Korea that has not been for the, I think it was the 30-year anniversary of the death of his grandfather, Kim Il-sung. I'm not sure. Don't shoot me for that. But so he missed that. He wasn't there. So there's been a lot of speculations, and his train has been at a destination where it's very uncommon for him to be. I think it's their holiday destination, where they have seen Chinese specialists coming in and stuff. So maybe he has gone through a heart surgery. He has poor health, eats a lot of junk. Then, but it's a great leader. And then we haven't seen him ever since. And last time he was gone for a month, and then he came back with a stick. So he had a surgery then. So anything can happen. He can be deceased by now. He can be an aberration. He can just be somewhere. Okay, so we don't know. If he dies, I think that risk on would be the most likely thing, because this guy is a risk to the world. He shoots up nuclear weapon to try to reach to America. Then the risk of psychology is who is going to be. Is that a better person or is it a worse person? Is it a better leader or worse leader? Will it be his sister? Is she a better? Will it ever be the first woman to ever run North Korea? Is that a better option? So the first reaction is, oh, this is positive. And until you confirm who it is, then the risk sentiment will then fall, which gold can first fall because of Kim Jong-un being gone, then rise again because it's a worse leader with worse We don't know what that is, who the person is, what that policy is. When we don't know anything, we tend to send gold higher. He has an effect on gold with his actions. They're saying his sister is much worse than him. I haven't seen that one though. But what their almighty family is doing is that they will keep the presidency within their family. The only question is, will the rest of the old holy party, or the old great party of North Korea, I don't know what they're called right now, maybe the North Korea Democratic Party, whatever it's called, will they ever agree to that? A woman? These people are quite conservative, so she might be gone before that. So I'm not saying she is, but anything can happen, I must say. And they claim to have non-coronavirus incidences. The only country in the world to not have coronavirus. So, love that. Oil, Manal. Okay, oil. Are we into oil? We are into oil. We are into oil. As I've said, we are at resist. Oh, that was UK oil. Okay. We are into resistance. We can look for a new high, then the pull back to that same level, and then look at 1st of May. Where are we? Nothing has changed fundamentally. Nothing has changed demand-wise, supply-wise. This is finance, people. What you go to do to have a master's degree in. So I still think we can rise on the prospect of this is going to be good until we realize this is going to happen again in May, which is my prediction, until something happens. Nothing has been cooked together so far, which is to me very surprising. No cuts at all from the oil countries. No meetings at all from the oil countries. So it seems like they want this. They find it entertaining and nice. Sadistically, but yeah. Seems like they are satisfied, because unless they will do something very rapidly, strongly, the first day this happened on Monday or Tuesday last week. But they haven't done anything. So everything's the same. Can rise a bit, dead cat bounce before falling again. You're welcome. What else, people? What else do you want me to see? What else do you want me to say? Have we gone through all the pairs we should cover? Is there any questions you want me to cover? Which is quite interesting. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Just going to check. Somebody called me. Did you hear that somebody called me? Anyone in using USD? Euro-Usd. Okay. Euro-Usd then. Okay. So New Zealand USD, just very quickly, I just wanted to give you the targets. Kind of not necessarily, this is good, this is good, that's good, that's not so good, that's terrible. Oh, what's happening here? It's kind of rangy until it makes a decision. So target for sellers might be 58 and target for buyers is 62. Choose and pick your direction. If it breaks above, 60 what? 60, then we are bullish. And then if it makes a new low of 59.5, then we go lower. Can you give some entry on exit on Euro-Usd? Thanks. You're welcome. Euro-Usd. I am not providing you with any financial advisement. This is only for educational purposes. This is only for you to understand what is going in my mind, what is going into the market's mind, and then you yourself make up your own decision. If you are a buyer, 109.39, 109.40 is your target. Okay? If you are a buyer. If you are a buyer, what do you need to see? You need to have a break above 84, 108.40, then the pullback to 108.40, then you're able to go higher. Right now, at the close of this week, we have price at resistance. It's still bearish. So we are bears down to 106.80, and I've talked about 106.80 for quite some time now, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 weeks now. So maybe 2 or 3 at least. So that's my target. So we're still bearish. If it breaks above, it's no longer bearish. All right, awesome. Do you do any position trading, carry trading? Well, somebody asked, Connor, I think, asked me if I do know a guy who does that. Well, I love to teach my students that, and I try. It's not very important. It's not very easy, but yeah, I would then do SAR, South African Rand, and Turkish Lira. So selling SAR, it's not a downtrend yet, but selling SAR, Euro ZAR, selling USD ZAR in a downtrend, and selling USD Turkish Lira in a downtrend. But they move higher on the risk sentiment, and once they start turning around, I'm interested. But so far, we are just going higher and higher and higher and higher. Exits on Euro-Usd, 100 pip stop loss. So due to the bank being closed, the yen pairs will move slowly upcoming 3 weeks. That's actually a new piece of information for me, I must say. It's a new piece of information for me that's closed, and they have interest rates in 8 hours. 7 turning up to 7 hours now. So it could move on that move, on the bank, on the interest rate meeting, if they come up with something spectacular. But yeah, I think that if they make stuff that the market wants to see, some kind of stimulus that could weaken the yen before it would strengthen it again. But yeah. So maybe a reaction would be, because on Thursday, Friday, we had somewhere around the rumors of them going to, no, they said they're going to buy indefinite bonds. No, was it bonds or was it actually stocks? That buying stocks isn't positive for the economy. It isn't positive for the currency. But yeah, it makes the stock market go up. But they're the ones that have bought the most throughout the world. They have the biggest. What do you call it? They're most involved in the stock market of every country, or is the bond market, stock market, I believe it is. So they already have done it a long time. So why just do it indefinite instead? Can we go through the economical calendar? I want to go through that. I don't know if you guys are into that, but this is in 7 hours. So you have to read the report. Ask me in my Discord channel if you don't understand. Very important. CPI from Aussie, CPI from Euro, GDP from Euro is the closest thing that would drive interest rates. Very important to look into. There is a Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday. Oh, this is Tuesday. Okay. Why can't I use my glasses? So this is Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday then. So that's in 1 day and 7 hours. So that's Wednesday. Then Thursday we have CPI, GDP, and interest rate decision on a euro. A whole lot of things happening on a euro. That would make me not being so aggressive into the market. Maybe be out of the market before that happens, so that I can see where are we going, what is going to be the reaction, and what is the long term. Because if they now start printing, printing money, if they start with stimuluses, Euro-USD should fall like a ton of bricks long term. If it happens that day, doesn't need to. That's what I'm talking about, rising up to May before falling in May. That could be the liquidity event that would drive it. And then we have the manufacturing data from America. Do you expect poor US dollar to start weighing the dollar at some point? Plenty of USD high restarted this week. Yes. And that's what I'm telling you. We have tons of things that can drive the market. This is, I would call this a super week. We have three interest rate decisions. We have two GDP, we have two CPI. So, and then we have jobless. So we are all on the news this week. Don't be afraid. Don't risk money you cannot afford to lose. But read, listen, understand, try to understand, take it down, read it in a week. Do you see it differently? Ask people who knows how to read central bank reports so that you have a better understanding. Because if you invest now in your knowledge today, you would benefit it for the next 20 years. I want you to become a successful Forex trader. We together should trade for the next 20 years. So, you should read it, understand it, try to understand it, and if you don't understand it now, you can just try to understand it next time. Dollar, it can go both ways in dollar, by the way. But yeah, we have plenty of news to be done. Hamud, I have done pound dollar already, so you can just go back in this live video and find it. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm selling Euro try, and I'm not selling it for the rest of my life. I mean, 130. Yeah. Well, you kind of need to have, yeah, as you would understand, you need a bearish setup for that, and it's still going higher. But yeah, I'm looking into it myself, Oscar. I'm looking into it myself, but I still need it to make a reversal. I think yen is going to be weak in May. Yeah, that's good. That's have an opinion. Doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. Doesn't matter if you have the wrong or the right opinion, as long as you have an opinion. Because the worst thing that I know is indecisiveness and just, I don't know. Well, it went up, then I'm going with it, but you just bought where the take profit is, and then it starts selling off, then you sell with it, but then you sold into to support. So you're always late instead of being, okay, here we have a bullish setup, enter at the beginning, take profit at the end, leave. If it falls, if it rises, doesn't matter to you. You got your profits. You did your setups every single time, again and again and again and again. Still doing live sessions in 20 years to come. Yeah, I will. I will be a bit more like that, but yeah, we're still there. Quarantine. Maybe I shouldn't drink on camera. New Zealand Swiss, I just want to look at it. Yeah, okay, still sideways. Euro Swissy, how is Euro Swissy? Just going to throw some Swissy pairs. Nah, not what I want to see. Aussie Swissy? Oh, look at that uptrend, people. Uptrend. Oh, you can see behind my face. Oh, sorry. Uptrend. Uptrend. So, what do you want to see? Well, you already got it. Pull back to resistance. Oh. Can I just remove all of you? Something said something. Most liquid EM pair ESD. Sabav, Mexican is not to betray. Yeah. For those who follows these other guys that I was talking about earlier. I'm not so into Mexican. I'm not so into the Mexicans. But yeah, anyways. New low, lack of a new high, lack of a new low, new high. Ooh. Red alert, pullback. Look for pullback, look for pullback. So we do that. Then that was your entry. Pullback after the raises, pullback after the raises. Where are we going? I don't know, somewhere higher until it makes a new low again. Aren't we on like at some kind of resistance? We are at 618, so maybe wait for 618 to be hit before, like, broken above 618. 618 seems to be the thing that we're around now. Does yen weakness mean dollar weakness? Yeah, more or less. Yeah, not like 100%, but like 60% of it, 70% of it. Yeah. Euro Swissy is the ugliest thing in Forex. Boring as beep. Yes, I agree with you. Euro Swissy is flat as a pancake. So ever since 16th, it hasn't moved a pip. So this is what I talk about, weak pairs. This is how it looks like when you trade USD yen against dollar against yen, and both are weak or strong at the same time. This is Euro Swissy, both weak at the same time. There's nothing to do here, people. What are you going to do here? Where's your trend? Where's your pips? You make money on price moving higher or lower. You don't make money by sideways unless you have an unbelievable high position and you just want one pip. Then you can trade it. Congratulations. But in this market, let me pass, let me pass, let me pass. Okay, people, what else do you want me to cover? I hope that maybe I should do more structured video next time, but you know, people come, people go, so I try to advocate for being agile to who you are and what kind of people who comes and request this, and you can then leave again. If you have get any value at all, any targets, any stop losses, any entries on this amazing live session, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm here for you, and I only answer questions because you are here. If not, I wouldn't do this at all. So I'm only here to serve you before the week so we can be as much as prepared as possible. Okay? We should be prepared. I'm trying to prepare you. CAD Swissy. Not that many people request for caddy, but okay. Same old pattern here, people. Same old pattern. We are still range bound. CAD is very range bound. CAD is not trending. CAD isn't doing anything. The cat is quiet. But as fast as you get a break above, take the pullback and take it up. You are dependent on oil going higher, and I believe oil might go higher a bit before falling. So you're trying to bet on a horse that is not moving at the moment. So for now, for CAD, I want you to eat ice cream. Maybe drink some nice soda, drink some water, go for exercise, go to the beach, go to the mountains, do something totally different than CAD. If you're a CAD trader, please take a vacation. Because CAD is moving, everything else is moving, so you need a strong thing against CAD. Then you can get it to rise. So who is strong at the moment? EuroCAD? Is that something to look at? Yeah, even that one is not even rising. Or falling for that matter, so yeah, okay. CAD Yen, is that one doing anything? No, it's not. Pound CAD, is that doing anything? Well, yeah, okay. Looks like FX Trade has an article for me to read. So, if you want my help, please go to my Discord channel below. I have opened free to everyone who wants to come to join my universe of nonsense, where I answer your questions throughout the week, trying to give you some guidance, try to give you some knowledge. And for the past weeks, we have crushed it sideways, back, left, and right. Done very well this past week. So, awesome to people. Can you suggest some pairs which are more volatile? If you want some more volatile, pound yen. British pound yen, if you want something that is volatile. I think this one is falling, okay? But if you think that yen is going higher, then why are you selling to sell two weak pairs? Okay, so we might just go sideways on yens this week, apparently. Second of all, pound Swissy also has a very high volatility. This move here is 100 and 200 pips almost. Okay, so if you want to have a fast stop loss, that's your pair. Congratulations. Do you post on trading? You know I don't. It's just too much time. I don't have time. Everyone says they don't have time. I don't have the mental capacity. But if I could just make somebody post all the profit photos on my Instagram, I would be so lovely. I don't even have time or mental capacity to post my own profits on Instagram. Where all the people of Instagram post their beloved trades where they just make magnificent returns and have Lamborghinis. And I'm also there, yes, on Evan FX, MVL FX, I guess it is, on Instagram. But yeah, I try. Did you analyze Aussie Yen? Yeah, I think I did that. You did use the yen and pound yen and euro yen already? Yes, I did. Yeah, okay. You're allowed to say up on those, boss lady. You are very much welcome to your opinion, and you might be right. I might be wrong. I'm thinking it down. You might be right. And the market it's only the market who gives the true answer. Aussie yen looks no euro yen. Yeah, euro yen was up. That I can agree on. Pound yen looks bearish because of pound. USD yen is not to be traded at all because it's just sideways. So leave USD yen out of the picture, fundamentally and technically. Fundamentally forever. Technically, it's nothing to do there right now. Did I do Aussie yen? I think I did that a couple of times now. That we might see a new high and then selling off this resistance back on 1st of May, which is to this week on Friday. On Thursday, we will do monthly live, I guess it will be live maybe, for all the monthly trades. That would be a heck of a day for Thursday. That would do all the lines for all the pairs, but yeah, I will try it. I think I will shorten it down, not to all those tiny pairs that we don't trade so much, but at least the major ones: USD, yen, pound, gold, oil, maybe Brent instead of US oil, since Brent is more mentally stable at the moment. So yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe one leg down, then up. How about Dow Jones? That looks to me bullish. But this new low gives hope for sellers. Okay. So what we normally see in the recession kind of a thing is that you have a 50% retracement to 180% retracement. So right now we haven't gone that yet, but 618, 50% is plausible, and that's why you see the resistance here now. Okay, so until it breaks above, maybe. So there's clear more risk here than if you just bought it down here. This is an awesome entry, by the way. This is what you should have an entry if you're trading down or in the technical at all. So maybe just would go upwards, but I still believe we are in a moment of May. May is really the month of, are we actually continuing this fall into the underground, or are we just recovering as of nothing else has happened? This was just a short-term fall. We are rising. So May, not because May is the next month now, but we really fell last year in May. Dollar was really strong last year in May. It was really a lot of risk priced into the market until June. So are we still seeing that this year? We shall see. Can you look at silver? And you people looks to silver is some. So entry, yeah, I would say, yeah, okay. Maybe you would actually want to down to 266, but yeah, okay. 2022.66, but okay. Any pullback would be okay. Silver. I think I've tried to do this before. It looks to me bullish at the moment. This is a bearish setup, but it goes above here again. So it's higher. And what's your target, Mike? You're American, aren't you? Bro. Up to 16? Yeah, look, 16 looks like something like 16 and a half, 16, yeah. It looks to me bullish at the moment. At the very moment. Okay, people, I am losing steam here. I'm sorry. I need energy. So I just want to say thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate for all of your questions. I really want to say that I've tried to give you entries, stop losses, risks, support and resistance, and all that I want to give you. I've done this for free. Please give it a like. Please give it a subscription if you don't have. And if you need my help, go to my Discord channel in the links below, so that I can help you even more. And by the end of this video, please give it a comment when this video is done, not in this section here, but when it becomes a real video, maybe tomorrow actually. YouTube has spent a lot of time uploading the live videos to my YouTube channel for some crazy reason lately. Maybe there's a lot of videos being uploaded lately. So I think that, yeah, I think that you should do that when those are open. That would help the YouTube algorithm, and it will make me very much happy because I've given this all for free. Then I can ask for something for free back, I guess. Thank you guys for being here. I really love spending time with you. I think it will be live on Tuesday at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., or 7:30 p.m. That would be decided on Tuesday in my Discord channel. So, stay safe and don't risk money you cannot afford to lose. Trading forex is risky, and I want you a happy, profitable week ahead and as much pips you can ever imagine that you ever had.